Deep Woods Estate is a boutique winery located in the northern corner of the premium wine-growing region of Margaret River, perched high on a ridge above a deep, secluded valley of tall trees. The team at Deep Woods combines traditional and modern winemaking techniques from the vine through to the bottle. The philosophy of low vineyard yields producing outstanding fruit, which is then processed and bottled into small batches, ensures superior quality wines. Deep Woods consistently produces award-winning Cabernet, Shiraz, Chardonnay, Verdot and Sauvignon Blanc, primarily from estate-grown fruit.
Anna, it's been a fairly recent involvement from the Fogarty family with Deep Woods.
Yeah, Deep Woods was purchased in 2005. Dad sort of did a bit of searching for the perfect property for about 2 years and came across beautiful Deep Woods, and
here you are.
Here I am.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about this area, because we're in the extreme northern part of Margaret River, aren't we?
Yeah, we favoured this end for its ability to produce super ripe Cabernet, and that really is a variety that Dad is focused on. You know, having that northern end, we get a great aspect for the vineyard, so we get some really good light, and we have some great drainage. And
you've also got the advantage of the location here. There's a gully, isn't there, that comes up from, is that sort of yelling up in the distance, and geograph that provides the cooling breezes?
Yeah, exactly, and it's got that great sort of balance of, you know, we have still a protection from that, but we get that great light and the temperatures. And I think you just need to look around the property and see the massive Maori and Jarrah trees and just see the health of the soil the region brings.
So you've done a bit already, you've done a lot already. What other things are planned for Deep Woods?
At the moment we're currently doing the Ebony, Ivory and Harmony range, and just yesterday actually I was in at the factory seeing all the new labels be printed, which is really exciting. So that's our main focus at the moment. Producing quality wines, premium wines that I think over-deliver for their price.
And really I guess that's the work that Travis is doing in the winery and with the vineyard, isn't he?
We saw that the wines being produced by the previous owners were good, but we just felt that they could be great and they had a lot of potential. And Travis came on board in 2006, and I think you can see from the 2008, 2009 vintages now that he's really stepped up, and we're really looking forward to producing premium wines that are just really great.
What I'm going to do is actually catch up with Travis in a little while, and we'll have a look at some of those wines.
Make him earn his keep.
Yeah. Travis Clydesdale is the winemaker at Deep Woods Estate. Travis, a lot of changes in a short space of time out there in the vineyard.
There have been a lot of changes in the last couple of years since Peter Fogarty took over ownership of the property. The first job that Peter undertook was to undertake a comprehensive review of the vineyard operations and the infrastructure in place. And we identified that there were a few areas that were holding the vineyard back at the time, chiefly amongst those were the trellising system that was in place at the time. Also, the irrigation was a little bit undersized for the property. We've also gone through and restructured a lot of the vines so that we can get the quality of the fruit and also the consistency of the fruit every year in, year out.
But the fruit itself was basically pretty sound. This was really just designed to maybe get a little bit more out of the vineyard, is that right?
Absolutely. The vine age is a little bit over 20 years now. The first vines were planted in 1987. So the maturity's there, definitely, but the structure in the vines was probably lacking a little, so we've gone through just to get that extra 10% out of the vines to really push it up into that ultra-premium region that we're looking to achieve.
What varieties have you got out there?
We've got all the regular Margaret River varieties that are common throughout the region, including Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, a small area of Verdot. The red varieties include Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, a small area of Cabernet Franc, and also some Shiraz.
Now there are a couple of ranges under the Deep Woods Estate label, the broad label. There's the estate range and the reserve range. Perhaps just take us through the reds within the estate range, because I think they're very, very promising.
Sure, yeah, we've got two reds in our estate range. We've got a straight Shiraz and also a Cabernet Merlot blend. The The straight Shiraz is planted on a fairly sandy outcrop on the property, so it tends to be quite vigorous. I think what we're seeing, particularly in the last couple of years with our Shiraz, is that we are seeing riper flavours more into the blackberry, the plum spectrum. So that really offers a point of difference to some of the reds that are coming out further south in Margaret River that tend to be more in that spicy, leaner spectrum. The Cab Merlot, again, is sourced entirely from the estate. We have 2 separate blocks of Cabernet that we put into this wine and also a single block of Merlot. The fruit from these blocks is fermented rapidly as opposed to the Shiraz. We tend to extend a little bit at the end to try and harmonise the tannins into the wine. Similar to the Shiraz, we transfer it to stainless steel shortly for inoculation with malolactic bacteria before it goes to barrels for about 12 to 16 months.
Now, there are 2 wines in the reserve range, a Chardonnay and a Cabernet. Tell us a little bit about those.
Chardonnay occupies a small block on the property which has a unique aspect. It's actually westerly facing on a really free-draining soil. The clonal material for this is gingin, which means that the concentration of flavours is very good. With this wine, we're trying to make it in a modern Chardonnay style, so it's all hand-picked, whole bunch pressed. We take a fair bit of solids for our barrel fermentation. It stays on its lees for about 9 months before we pull it out of oak and blend it.
And the Cabernet Sauvignon?
The Cabernet Sauvignon is probably the 2 best blocks of fruit on the property. The cuttings for the reserve Cabernet originally came from Mosswood, so the pedigree is unquestionable. With the vine age being over 20 years now, they're really starting to produce some high quality fruit. In the winery, we tend to treat it very similar to the way we do with the Cabernet Merlot fruit. Essentially, the main difference between the 2 is that it gets more oak treatment throughout its maturation.
Okay, well perhaps we could go at the back and have a look at the winery and maybe have a look at some of the new wines out of barrel.
Sure, sounds great.
Okay.